of newt, toad of frog. What was that? Hair of the leper. Anyway, this is Cauldron on the Amstrad CPC. Happy Halloween, everyone. It's that time of year again. My favourite time of year. And this is a cracking game brought to us by Palace Software back in the day in 1985. Came out on the Spectrum and the Commodore as well. And it is it's like a shoot-'em-up platformer hybrid, a mixture of the two. And a great opening music here. Let's give you the final few bars. Yeah, it's a fantastic piece of music. That's composed by Keith Miller. So the idea is you play the Hag Witch, the Witch King, or whatever you want to call her. She doesn't really have a name. But anyway, she is out to defeat the Pumpkin. Is that a copyright reference to you, Infected Flinch? Anyway, the Witch Queen, that's who you are. You want to become the Witch Queen. General witchy normal hag, bent nose, green hair, and apparently a green broomstick as well. Let's get these bats out of the way first and shoot my magic at them. Spur! And so you get these flying sections on the broomstick, and then there's platform sections above ground and underground. And the idea is you're looking to find all the ingredients for the spell to defeat the Pumpkin. And yes, so very, very Halloween based, and with good reason as well. We'll get to that in a minute. I hate that when that happens. There's a key there, and it's sort of stuck in a place where I can't get... Oh, get away. These things are horrible. And I got hit. They take a lot of energy. They take a lot of your magic off. You're not really getting hit. It's kind of a energy bar. But your magic level at the top there. So you're losing magic every time you shoot, spell, or get hit because you're defending yourself. There we go. So you're down to 49%. And at regular intervals, there's these little pulsating... icons that you can recharge. These spawning of the keys is sometimes a bit sporadic, so there we go, there's a little flashing icon there, and off we go across the sea. And sometimes there's a key there and it's not there. Right, that means I've got to try and get the key that's stuck in the hillside, which is annoying because every time you touch the hillside or the tree line, you'll fall off your broomstick and lose a life. But we're going to have to try and do that because most of the time it's in the sea, but it's not there at the moment. That does happen sometimes. It's just a bit of a... I wouldn't say it's a bug. It's just the nature of the game. But at least I can charge me magic up there. So I've got to try and get this key somehow. There is a way of getting it without killing yourself. No, they've bloody come down and absolutely annihilated me. Let's try again. Come on. I don't want to lose too many lives doing this. These things are nasty. No, missed it again. Try and go from the other way, I think. Come on, come on, come on. No, No, I got that. Oh, I got it. You see? Weird. But anyway, now I've got the key. I can go and find the door. Because you've got to find a landing spot. Can't just land on the hills or the sea or the trees. You've got to find a flat place to land next to a door. And that's over here. As I fly in this direction. This game was originally supposed to be inspired by the original Halloween horror film. 1978 horror film with Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis. But that idea kind of dwindled away, and it eventually morphed into just basically a celebration of the Halloween holiday itself. So that's why it's got all the tropes of Halloween, the pumpkin, witches, spells, all that kind of business. And it works as well. It works very well. It's graphically very pretty. It's quite simple, but very pretty for its day. I mean, this is 1985 we're talking about here. Can I get over that? Come on. Yeah. This old deer really does manage to do some epic jumps. Lovely little effect there when she's falling down. The hair flies in the air. This platforming section is very akin to the likes of Dynamite Dan. It's ridiculously hard. Pinpoint jumping isn't required. You got to know when to deliberately knock into these guys and not. I mean, I've got a recharge of energy coming up soon, so I've got to get to that before I die, basically. But you want to avoid them as much as possible. And also you've got to remember where the platforms are on the second screens, because there is no scrolling, unfortunately. I believe the Commodore 64 version has scrolling. I completely screwed that jump up and straight into the molten shit at the bottom. Anyway. So based off the tropes of Halloween, And it spawned 2 sequels on the Amstrad as well. It spawned Cauldron 2, where you play as the Pumpkin himself, and then Super Cauldron, which is one of the best, well, one of the best looking games on the Amstrad. It's a fantastic looking game. And that is not really related to these two. It's kind of like what Halloween 1 and 2 were to Halloween 3, which was nothing to do with the original 2. But in this case, the third game is actually probably the best. I think it's programmed by different people as well. This is programmed by Richard Longfellow and Steve Brown. So they did great work on this. It's very playable. Slow down in parts, it does. But I think it's coloured well. I think the graphical look is absolutely wonderful. Really well done. I've completely well, the graphics are much more well done than that jump, because that jump was absolute bananas. Let's go. I've got to get this platform. Sod it. I'm not going. I was going to go back there and get the platform, but we'll just get the respawned on the top of the screen. So we want to drop onto this platform, and you have to walk with the platform, which is really annoying. Oh, here we go. Trying to avoid as many of these as possible. Oh, come on. I avoided that, surely. Right, you want a quick recharge here, because I've only got 14%. So a little bit of slowdown there with a lot of sprites on screen, which is a shame. But it's not excessive, and it doesn't really ruin the game. There's plenty of effects in the game as well, plenty of sound effects. I need to get this jump right. Oh, that was sweet. Let's get up there, a little bit of a charge. 15%, that's all I've got left. Get to the end. Come on. Yeah, got to the end. Now this is a difficult bit because I've only got 15%. So, ow. Down to 5% to go into the underground cave. Come on. No, don't. Oh, you shit. Nearly got that as well. Oh, and I didn't pay attention to that at all. Whoops. So yeah, it's a cracking game on the Amstrad. It's well revered by fans. And it's a real perfect Halloween game, really, because it's just... It just fits it completely. It's a fun game. It's hard as nails. I mean, it's got great theme music. I love a little Mode 1 title screen there at the beginning as I was doing my crappy spell speech. But primarily it's in, well, as you can see, it's in Mode O, Mode 0. Which way do I go here? I forgot. Do I go that way? No, I don't go that way. No, you see, I do that all the time. I forget where the platform is on the other side, and I really should remember, but we'll try that again. No, I just respawned there. So we've got to basically, I've got to find the ingredient, and then get out of there, and get it back up to the witch's hut. And you do that a couple of times, and when you have all the ingredients, you have got the spell, and you've completed the game. So it's a bit like, well, it's the same kind of thing like the original Dizzy game, where you're just collecting ingredients to create a spell. But that's set in a fantasy land. This is obviously set in a sort of horror, creepy wood kind of scenario going on, with these two genres mixed together, with the mixture of the platform and the shoot 'em up elements. A little bit of a charge up there. That was a nice bit of jumping. I did say so myself. And there we go. I've got something there. What's that? It looks like a chest. I don't think it's an ingredient, but it's a chest. It's something that'll be handy. My memory does... Oh, no, that was an awful jump. My memory does not serve me well on this game, the way playing it. I mean, I've played it through maybe a couple of times with cheats, because it's that difficult in the past. I'm not using a cheat here, so I'm not going to get that far, because it is a tough game. Even though it's one of those Amstrad games which is very, very good, but it's also very, very hard. So it's up there with the likes of Robocop and Grisor, and a few others. Yeah. So whenever there's a great platforming game on the Amstrad, it's normally very difficult as well. So got to try and climb up here. There's some intricate jumping going on we've got to do. So yeah, this was, I think it was a success on the Specky as well, and the Commodore as well. Like I said, they originally wanted to make a film out of the a game out of the original horror film, but I mean, they got the game rights to do it. I think Palace did get the game rights to do it, but they didn't come up with something that everyone was happy with, so they changed it to a little bit more light-hearted thing, sort of to fit in with the tropes of Halloween. I mean, I would imagine that a Halloween game with Michael Myers would have been quite interesting. Bit adult as well. So that would have been quite fun for the CPC. But alas, I think they did do an Evil Dead game, Palace, and I think it was... Oh, I completely screwed that jump up, and I believe that is it for me. Thy quest has failed, do not dismay, thou may succeed another day. Reach the pumpkins, should I say, deadly room, and win thyself the golden broom. Thy score, 002800. Fantastic, that's Cauldron on the Amstrad CPC 1985. Brilliant, but bloody hard game. Cheers, see you next time. Nova Bug out!